Welcome back to our investigative series, where we expose deceptive practices in the financial industry. Today, we're dissecting the popular mobile payment platform, Chippercash. This convenient tool for managing your money might not be as innocent as you think. What if Chippercash isn't playing fair? What if they're using clever tactics to siphon off your hard-earned cash? Intriguing, isn't it? Stay tuned as we reveal their deceitful practices and the key takeaways you need to be aware of. But before we dive into the dark side of Chippercash, let's quickly go over the key takeaways from our investigation. Firstly, we've discovered Chippercash's cunning practice of not completing transactions to service providers. Imagine, you've paid for a service, and instead of the money reaching the provider, Chippercash deducts it, leaving you in a lurch. Secondly, the moment you make a purchase, you're in their deceptive crosshairs. It's an unsettling experience, akin to stepping into a house of mirrors where each reflection hides a potential pitfall. Finally, we found instances of Chippercash charging customers twice for a single purchase. You plan to spend a specific amount, but instead, they deduct that sum from your card without delivering the service. It's a twisted scheme that leaves unsuspecting users bewildered, questioning where their money has disappeared. It's like entering a house of mirrors, where every reflection hides a lurking danger. Have you ever experienced being charged twice for a single purchase? This is a question that rings all too familiar for John Doe, a hardworking individual who fell victim to the deceptive tactics of Chippercash. John had heard about Chippercash and its convenience, and like many of us, he was drawn to the idea of managing his money with just a few taps on his phone. Little did he know, he was stepping into a trap that would leave him feeling betrayed and financially strained. It all began when John decided to purchase a new laptop. He had been saving for months, carefully setting aside a portion of his paycheck for this much-needed upgrade. Excited and confident, he made the purchase using his Chipper Visa card, expecting a smooth and hassle-free transaction. But instead of the usual confirmation message, John was met with a chilling surprise. His account had been charged twice for the same purchase. He watched in disbelief as his hard-earned savings vanished in an instant, siphoned off by the very platform that promised convenience and security. Panicked and confused, John immediately reached out to Chippercash's customer service. He hoped for a quick resolution, a simple acknowledgement of the error and a prompt refund. But his hopes were quickly dashed. Chippercash denied responsibility, shifting the blame onto the laptop retailer and leaving John to grapple with the financial loss on his own. As we delve deeper into John's story, we find a disturbing pattern. Rather than an isolated incident, John's experience is a common occurrence among Chippercash users. It's a twisted game of smoke and mirrors, with the platform playing puppet master, pulling the strings to siphon off unsuspecting customers' funds. In the end, John was left with a bitter taste of betrayal and an empty bank account. His trust in mobile payment platforms shattered, his hard-earned savings gone, all because of Chippercash's deceptive practices. Chippercash is siphoning funds right under their unsuspecting customers' noses. And as we've seen with John's story, they're doing it with a startling level of audacity and sophistication. But we won't stand for it. Stay with us as we continue to expose the truth behind Chippercash's deceitful operations. Now, some might argue this is a simple mistake, a glitch in the system, but the evidence we've gathered suggests a far more sinister reality. Chippercash's actions seem not to be mere oversights or system errors. Rather, they appear to be purposeful, coordinated maneuvers, calculated to deceive and defraud you, the diligent consumer. We've sifted through mountains of data, countless customer complaints, and disputed financial transactions, and the pattern that emerges is as clear as it is alarming. Time and again, Chippercash has been found to deduct funds from their users' accounts without completing the intended transactions. These are not isolated incidents, but a recurring strategy that has left hundreds, if not thousands, of users out of pocket. But it doesn't stop there. When these unsuspecting customers reach out for assistance, they are met with denials, deflections, and a wall of silence. Chippercash's customer service seems to be more invested in protecting the company's image than in resolving their users' issues. And while the company continues to deny any wrongdoing, the evidence paints a different picture. We've obtained official documents that show a systematic failure on Chippercash's part to deliver the services they promise. Moreover, we've spoken to whistleblowers from within the company who confirm our worst fears. These brave individuals have shared with us tales of a corporate culture that values profits over people. that puts the company's bottom line above the financial security of its users. So, is it a glitch in the system, or is it something more nefarious? The evidence seems to lean towards the latter. Chippercash's actions are intentional and orchestrated, designed to deceive and steal from you, the hardworking consumer. It's time this story is told, and it's time for accountability. Stay tuned as we continue to expose the truth and seek justice for those affected. Our team has analyzed countless accounts of unsuspecting victims falling prey to Chippercash's manipulative tactics. We've sifted through stories of denial, betrayal, and financial loss. Each account, though unique in its details, is bound by the common thread of Chippercash's deception. Imagine opening your app, expecting to see your hard-earned savings, only to find them inexplicably drained. One victim, a single mother of two, shared how she had saved up for months to buy a new laptop for her son's education. She used Chippercash, thinking it was a safe and convenient way to pay. But instead of a laptop, all she got was a gaping hole in her savings account and a son left without the tools he needed for his studies. Another victim, a small business owner, recounted his frustration when Chippercash double-charged his account for a bulk purchase of supplies. He was left struggling to pay his employees and keep his business afloat. He reached out to Chippercash's customer service, but all he got were automated responses and empty promises. Then there's the case of an elderly couple who had their retirement savings wiped clean overnight. They had trusted Chippercash to help them manage their funds. Instead, they woke up one day to find their life savings gone, with Chippercash refusing to take responsibility. These are not isolated incidents. They are part of a larger pattern of deceit. Each victim's story adds another layer to the growing mountain of evidence against Chippercash. It's a chilling reminder of the potential danger lurking within the convenience of mobile payments. But perhaps what's most alarming is Chippercash's response to these incidents. They consistently deny responsibility, shifting the blame onto others while quietly profiting from their customers' hard-earned money. In our upcoming segments, we will delve deeper into specific cases, exposing the pain and financial loss endured by those who dared to trust Chippercash. We'll shine a light on the stories of everyday individuals, just like you and me, who were lured into a web of deceit, only to be left grappling with the aftermath of unexpected financial loss. Picture the single mother who trusted Chippercash with her grocery money, only to find her account drained. Or the student who saved tirelessly for his tuition, only to have his dreams crushed by a single fraudulent transaction. These are real people, real stories, and they deserve to be heard. But our investigation doesn't stop there. We'll dissect the insidious tactics employed by Chippercash, tearing away the facade of convenience and security to reveal a structure built on deceit and manipulation. We'll examine the evidence, the patterns, and the deliberate actions that make it impossible to dismiss these incidents as mere glitches or oversights. This isn't just a story about one company's unethical practices. It's a call to arms for every consumer who has ever been wronged, who has ever felt the sting of betrayal from a trusted institution. It's a challenge to those who believe in fairness, transparency, and accountability. Our future episodes will serve as a platform for those who have been silenced, for those who believed they were alone in their plight. We're not just sharing their stories, we're amplifying their voices, making sure they echo across every corner of the digital world. But we can't do this alone. We need you. We need your support, your engagement, your outrage. We need you to share these stories, to talk about them, to ask questions. Every retweet, every share, every comment forces Chippercash to face the music, to answer for their actions. But more than that, it sends a powerful message to every other company out there that thinks they can get away with such practices. It tells them that we're watching, that we won't be fooled, that we won't be taken advantage of. In the face of such blatant deception, silence isn't an option, it's a surrender. And that's not what we're about. We're about truth, justice, and standing up for what's right. It's time to confront Chippercash and demand answers. Join us in our mission to bring light to their dark practices, protect innocent consumers, and reclaim what is rightfully theirs.